What's going on, everybody? Today, on No Need for Love Songs, I just wanted to talk to you about what do you do when you fall in love with somebody that's not in love with you? And this happens a lot to people. I experienced it, and you know, it's one thing you can't do is take stuff personal. You can't do that. The other thing is, when a person doesn't get you, they just don't get you. And it's cool because I know a lot of times we have a lot of love to give, and we put this image in, our minds that the first thing you got to understand is that love is risk. Bottom line, it's like business is risk. Love is risk. So when you put yourself out there and you know you're a good person, you would never hurt this person, whatever. But you also got to consider where they're at in life too. You also got to consider what they're going through. You got to consider how they see life, what they're thinking. And if they're not into you, they're just not into you, and you got to be okay with that. You can't be all doom and gloom because there's always somebody out there willing to love you. Now, if you know for a fact that you should be with this person and that you're crazy about this person, you want to be with them, uh, and they don't love you, the worst thing you could do is go and get into another relationship because you're still going to be thinking about that person because you're actually in love. So what you got to do is you got to give yourself time enough to really get over that person for real because it's only fair to the next person you get with that because you don't want to end up in a situation you don't want to be in, which is easy to do. So I always tell people, you know, if you're in a situation where you're in love with someone that's not in love with you, take it for what it is. Know that you tried. Know that you're a good person, but leave it as that. Don't be like, don't go into the doom and gloom or what's wrong with me and depression and all that stuff. Because all it does is make things worse. But give yourself enough time to really get over that situation, get over that person, so that you can put yourself in a better situation and put yourself out there to be with somebody that does get you, that wants to be with you, and things like that. Um, I did more of like the doom and gloom thing to a certain degree, but at the same time, I bounced back fast. So it's like, oh, all is lost. I was really into this person, and I wanted you to be with that person, but then it didn't work out. So, I'm the type of person that bounced back, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let that get the best of me. But the revelation I got was that a lot of people go through stuff. A lot of people go through stuff that they don't understand. They go through stuff, and then when they fall in love, they want a person that loves them back. And when it doesn't happen, it's easy to get all bent out of shape and things like that. But there's always somebody that's willing to love you. You just got to stay positive, stay encouraged, and keep being the good person that you are, and go out there and do the right thing. And it'll come around. Don't fall into the doom and gloom depression thing because that actually doesn't help anything. So stay positive, and just let it be that moment. And you never know, things can turn around. People change throughout the years. Things can turn around, and but whatever you do, definitely don't give up too quick. But when the person's pretty much making it clear to you that they're not feeling you, just let it go because you don't want to be the type of person begging and all that stuff. And you just don't want to go there. But I do want to encourage you, if you know that you're a true lover and that you're a true romantic and you really fall in love genuinely and people don't get you, look, it's going to happen because, there's so much garbage out there that tries to make itself look perfect and all that stuff in the beginning. And a lot of times men and women go through so much where they know that everything always looks good in the beginning, so they're kind of waiting to that part where they can just get real. And when you find yourself in a situation where you're in love but the person doesn't love you, again, just don't take it personal. That's how life works. And sometimes people get it, sometimes people don't, but always know there's always somebody out there for you. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? There's always somebody out there that will appreciate your kind of love. So don't ever take it hard to the point where you just give up on relationships totally when you're out there, and you're dating and things like that. But just make sure you're with somebody that values the love that you have to offer.